Okay, so we did arms today. Did some supersets, some straight sets. We started off with the rope push downs. Supersetted that with the bent over rope push down. Probably did about 10 15 reps of each. 3 rounds, 6 total sets. And then we went to our fat grip dumbbell curl. I attempted to do about 8 to 10 reps with 3-second negatives and supersetted that with the dips. I used the chains for weight. I always like that exercise. I can get really deep on them and, get a good stretch. I always lock out normally on tricep movements. Try to flex hard. With the dumbbells, the curls, if you look in the video, you'll notice I always go light. I never really go more than 40 pounds on barbell, not much more than 90 pounds. I've hurt my biceps a couple times, so I just tend to really try to focus on negatives and squeeze and
Let's step back a little bit. Come on.
oh, that's it. Really try to go as heavy as possible with it, but I never try to sacrifice form. That's with almost all my movements, whether we're training arms, chest, back, legs. I'm always really conscious of the form, where in the past I learned the hard way and always injured myself and then had setbacks. So when you're on the wrong side of 40, you typically can't afford the setbacks anymore. So from there we went to a straight set. I did the barbell curls. Again, I tried to focus on the negative. This was a smaller grip barbell, which was a change from the fat grips on the dumbbell. Gives you a little bit of a different feel. I tend to kneel slightly forward to get a little bit more of a stretch on the bicep, and then really try to squeeze on the peak, and then again the negative. And I supersetted that with oh no, I did not superset that. Then we moved along to I like this movement. Instead of doing a straight bar, close grip, we'll use that football bar. I get a lot of these specialty bars from Elite FTS or Rogue. They tend to just give me a different advantage to some of the standard gym equipment that you would see at normal powerhouses. That football bar, what that does is it angles your grip. You can use it for bench pressing, where it would angle the grip, to flare out your elbows, or you can reverse it like I did with the tricep. Close grip, and it kept my elbows in, which helped focus on the tricep. And from there, always lock out and try to watch the negative on that as well. Again, try not to sacrifice form. Don't want to do a lot of bouncing, a lot of squeezing. Then after those 2 straight sets, we moved on to one last superset of biceps. I did the easy bar reverse curl, probably in the 10 rep range, maybe a little bit lower than that, and walked over to the dumbbell rack and did single arm hammers. Again, at this point I was, pretty fatigued, so I couldn't even really go past 30 pounds maybe. But you see these guys doing the 110-pound hammer curls. Those days are past me now, and so I tend to focus a little bit more on the squeeze and, again, the contraction and the negative. And that wrapped it up on the arms. We were going to do calves and abs, but we got into a conversation and, left it there, so I'll leave them for tomorrow. Calves and abs, I typically, for this prep, will do kind of like a active rest, just back and forth with no real rest time. Just go right over the calves, back over to the abs, and that ensures that I get them in and don't drag it out. And I typically do that every other workout.
Now, being that, I didn't think you said, you're getting ready for Masters right now, right?
Masters, yep, Pittsburgh, Masters Nationals, GaryUdit.com. Great show. I did it last year, attempted to do it in 2015. All 3 preps I used Matt Porter. And 2015 I got pretty close and then ended up with a back injury and had to drop out.
Now, what's your current height and weight?
I am at 253, 254. I haven't weighed myself since last check-in, and 5'11". Maybe a little bit shorter. I go for 5'11", though.
Okay, good. How long you been working with Matt Porter?
This is my third prep with him. So for 3 years, I've been doing contest preps. This year, a little different. I worked with him all off season, which made a big change. I actually never really left the 10 to 15 pound range in as far as the contest weight, which typically I'll get carried away and go. I think in 2015 I lost maybe 40 pounds. 2016 last year, another 40 pounds, 45 pounds. So those were mistakes. This year I stayed right within the 10 to 15 pound range.
Anything you're doing differently this year with your diet?
Yeah. The carbohydrates, I really monitored them closely throughout the year, especially after the contest. We slowly went into more carbohydrates. Even on all 7 meals, there wasn't carbohydrates present in all of them. So until deep into the off season, and then when at the start of the prep, we started plucking them away, and now they're in. I actually this year I'm still doing an intra workout shake, which I haven't in the past. My body fat levels were too high, so they're still in 5 of the 7 meals. 4 as of last week, actually. So the last meal of the day, they're plucked, and then the first 2 of the meals, they're gone. Cardio is much different this year. Cardio is I'm at 25 minutes HIIT style. Last year, I think I was past close to an hour and a half a day, double sessions. Just trying to get the fat off. At that point, I think I lost 2 pounds of muscle every pound of fat. But so we took a different approach, and I think it's going to pay off.
Yeah, and just staying lean year round. You don't have to lose that much. That's awesome.
No. And my body became much more sensitive to the carbohydrates and reacts, a lot better to them than in the past where, most of them just went to fat after a while.
Oh, gotcha. How did you get into the industry? But now because you tell people about that, you joined late into bodybuilding, kind of.
Yeah. So after high school, I started going to the gym. Maybe like around 20 years old, and then I finally, maybe in my mid-20s, decided I wanted to do a bodybuilding contest, and never really got there until I started prepping for the Michigan Novice in 2007. By the time that the show came, I was 30 years old, and I won the light heavyweight class that year, and been in and out of shows ever since. I think I've done maybe close to, 8 to 10 shows maybe since then. I'd have to take years off, due to injuries, and then, I'll get back into it. And but like I said, I trained a lot different in the last few years. So
What drove you into it, but what do you like about it as opposed to like other sports and stuff?
Okay. What I like about it is, really, I guess the bodybuilding. I love to train. I love to lift weights, and the bodybuilding, the competitive part of it, the shows, really just gives the training a little bit more purpose, and gives me a little bit more drive to, stay hard in the gym and stay strict on the diet, and really the structure, I guess, is what really attracts me to it. The structure of the whole sport, the eating the same things every day, pretty much, forcing you into the gym when you're tired and you want to go home. So that really gives you purpose to the training. But it's the training really that is my favorite part. It's the gym time, the lifting aspect of it.
Good deal, man. Well, you're looking crazy. Good luck at the show. You're 4 weeks out now, or?
4 weeks out, yes. Saturday's 4 weeks. That's Masters Nationals, and then 5 weeks later is North Americans. I'm scheduled to do both shows.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't need to, maybe, if all goes
Yeah,
well, so.
that'd be great.
Well, good luck, Matt. Matt's a good guy. He knows his stuff. I've talked to him quite a bit. He's a nice guy. You're looking the biggest I've seen you in the most condition. So since last time I worked with you, it's been a while, but.
Yeah, Matt's brilliant. I've worked with a lot of top guys, just because it's, a passion of mine, and it's fun working with these coaches. It's more like a team effort at that point. It kind of gives you somebody to be accountable to, which keeps you on track. And you learn so much from them, too, working with these different guys. But Matt is really he stays up on all the currents. He's on the cutting edge of everything. He has that new supplement line. He's into the quality product. He's very meticulous on everything he does, on the reports I give him. He's always very precise on how he wants you to do things. Really pays attention to detail, which is a factor I really like about working with him.
Yeah. Well, good luck with everything, Ryan. We'll be seeing you soon after the show. We're going to be shooting, but good luck. I hope everything goes well and you end up staying with those cards, buddy.
It was fun, Jeff. Thank you.
Yep.